Good evening to all of you. Welcome, you guys. Very good evening to all of you. How we are doing, everybody? कैसे हो सभी लोग? I hope we are in live. Second, is the audio videos clear to everybody? First of all, you tell me. Is the audio videos clear to everybody? Yes. And do comment करके बोलिए. Audio videos clear to everybody. Right. In the previous class, we have discussed about the waves and some of the important topics we have discussed. ट्रांसवर्स वेव, लॉन्गिट्यूडिनल वेव्स, आज हम डिस्कस करने वाला ऑप्टिक्स. दिस ऑप्टिक्स इज अ वेरी बिग चैप्टर. सो एज आई हैव सीन दिस थिंग, ऑप्टिक्स से बहुत बहुत ज्यादा क्वेश्चंस आया. इन सम पेपर्स 3 क्वेश्चंस टू 2 क्वेश्चंस आर गिवन. ओके, इसीलिए दिस ऑप्टिक्स विल डू द 2 days विल डू, and today and tomorrow we'll discuss about the optics only. Okay, the same timings. This is the first session, and the next session we'll see. Now let's understand one by one here carefully. And before this, we have a great announcement, that is regarding the Unacademy GATE प्रिपरेशन के लिए. अगर आपने गेट की तैयारी करने के लिए प्लान किया तो यू कैन प्लान द अनअकैडमी सब्सक्रिप्शन जस्ट 8,999 ओनली, एंड 9 months प्लस 1 एडिशनल मंथ भी मिलेगा. एंड सो गेट प्लस सीएससी प्रिपरेशन के लिए 12 months प्लस 2 एडिशनल मंथ्स भी मिलेगा. दैट इज ओनली 9,999 ओनली. To enroll for it, you can use a code of BV Reddy, and you will have a great learning experience from the top educators. And this is 10th May is the last date, and utilize this thing before going to expire. And you can see now here, GATE. The student who got this GATE 2025 में well performance किया, उनको भी बहुत का scholarship मिलेगा. Up to 100 ranks will get 80% of discount, up to 500 70% discount, up to 1000 65% discount आपको मिलेगा. And these are the new batches we are starting. You can enroll for these new batches. And so I started the magnetic fields also. You can enroll for this plus course of Airport Authority of India ATC batch. And this ATC के लिए just 3,999 only. This offer, which is only 3,999 only. And they are the new batches we are starting. You can plan your Unacademy subscription to avail the great learning from the top educators. And we are starting with a new subject, that is engineering maths is going to start. You can plan your Unacademy subscriptions, right? And so the student who has taken the Unacademy subscription, for them they can get the टेस्ट सीरीज ऑफ भी आपको फ्री में मिलेगा. You can see now here, totally we have planned the 77 tests, and it will include the topic wise, for subject wise, and basic level, advanced level, mock test, and full length सब भी मिलेगा इधर. Totally 645 क्वेश्चन आपको मिलेगा. Unacademy Plus में क्या मिलेगा? You can see now here the top educators classes, live doubt solving, structured courses, and test and quizzes, unlimited access. And Iconic में additionally आपको क्या मिलेगा? 1-to-1 mentorship भी मिलेगा इसके साथ, and physical notes भी मिलेगा. Yes, you can plan your mentorship program Yes, according to your convenience. Yes, चलो आज का सेशन हम शुरू करेगा. Yes. These are the rankers you can see now here. GATE 2025 में 150 सारा रैंक्स मिला हमने. चलो फाइन. एंड आज का टॉपिक क्या है? एंड दिस इज फॉर द इंजीनियरिंग में एयरपोर्ट अथॉरिटी ऑफ इंडिया का नोटिफिकेशन मिला ना, एटीसी का नोटिफिकेशन. सो रिगार्डिंग दैट वी आर डूइंग द प्रिपरेशंस. वो इसके लिए हम तैयारी करने वाला. The student who is preparing for this ATC, for them this course is very much helpful. And the notification came, I think so, whether you applied or not. Around 300 jobs are there, 300 vacancies are there. And so take this thing here. We are starting the new topic, that is optics. Now, first of all, you tell me now, what is the optic means what? Optics. Optics means what? Tell me now here. Is nothing but study of light. Study of light is called as a optics. Study of light is called as a optics. Light has a different, as you know, might heard about this light. Light is a electromagnetic energy. Light is the part of electromagnetic spectrum. Part of electromagnetic spectrum which helps to see the objects. Right. And you can see the electromagnetic spectrum which will contain the rays. It will contain, the first one is what, tell me now? Gamma rays. Gamma rays. The next one is X-rays. Next, UV rays. V rays. Thereafter we have a visible light. And visible light is what, tell me now? The visible light, that is VIBGYOR. This is the visible light. And thereafter we have infrared rays. Thereafter we have infrared rays, and after we have a microwaves. Microwaves, thereafter we have a radio wave. Okay, this is the electromagnetic spectrum. In this spectrum, if we move, this is the electromagnetic spectrum, will contain this And if we move like this, in this direction, the lambda wavelength increases. Wavelength increases means frequency decreases. Wavelength and frequencies are inversely proportional. Okay. Next. Try to remember. And this VIB GY, this is the visible light. In this entire this much electromagnetic spectrum, we can able to see only this part of light only is visible. Only this part of light only हमको we can able to see. And so this violet, the wavelength which is equal to 3800 angstrom to 7600 angstrom. 3800 to 7600 angstroms. This is the wavelength range. Gamma rays, X rays, UV rays. Gamma rays, X rays, UV rays, and VIB, GY/OR, VIB/JR, and infrared rays, microwaves, and radio waves. Light is nothing but this thing. So this part of energy we can able to see. We cannot able to see any other light. Okay. And basically the light has a dual nature. Light has dual nature. Light has dual nature. Means light which is of the form one is a particle nature, the second one is a wave nature. Okay. Next, by considering particle nature of light, the properties or phenomena, we can say the phenomena reflection, refraction, and total internal reflection. Are explained. Next, by considering wave nature of light, the phenomena interference and diffraction are explained. And another thing is, another property of light is polarization. By considering electromagnetic wave nature, electromagnetic wave nature, polarization, polarization of light is explained. Basically, light has these many properties. One is reflection, refraction, total internal reflection, interference, diffraction, and polarizations. These phenomena. Okay. Now we will see the objects because of the phenomena called as reflection, refraction. Because of these two phenomena, we can able to see the objects, reflection or refraction. First, we'll talk about the reflection of light. Let us analyze the reflection of light first of all. Reflection of light. Okay. They will discuss about some important laws. The first one is laws of reflection. Laws of reflection. The first one is the laws of reflection. The first one is the incident ray, comma, reflected ray, and the normal. At the point of incidence. At the point of incidence, I in the same plane. The first, see the first point, understood this thing? The incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence lie in the same plane. Second one, the angle of reflection is equal to angle of incidence. Angle of reflection equal to angle of incidence. Consider this is a boundary. This boundary is called as an optical boundary. The above part is one type of nature and below part is another nature. And this is called as normal. Now let us say a ray of light which is incidenting at the junction like this. A ray of light which is incidenting. And this is called as incident ray. And the angle made the incident ray with the normal, which I am calling it as I. Now this ray will get reflected. This is the reflected ray. And so here, look at now what they're saying here. First point is the incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal at the point of incidence lie in the same plane. Incident ray means I, reflected ray, normal will lie in the same plane. That means I and R are called as a coplanar vectors. These are called as a coplanar. And the second property is what, tell me now? Angle of reflection is equal to angle of incidence. This is the angle of incidence, and that should be angle of reflection is same as angle of incidence. This is this angle. This angle is same as I only. Angle of reflection is same as angle of incidence. These are the very important things here. If we call this as angle of reflection, this is R, then angle R that is equal to angle R only. Angle I equal to angle R. Okay. So copy it now all of you. Next one. Characteristics of image formed by plane mirror. What type of images plane mirrors can form? Right, the first one. The image formed by plane mirrors is what type of image will form? This is will form the virtual erect. Erect means straight. Virtual erect and same size as virtual erect and same size of object. So that means the size of the image same as the size of the object. Virtual erect and same size as the object. Okay, next. The perpendicular distance between object and mirror in the sense plane mirror is equal to the perpendicular distance between image and mirror. Means now let us consider here and this is the mirror. Okay, here we have some object is there. This is object is 4. The distance from object to this mirror, if I call this distance is d, the image also will formed from the same distance. Here the image from this distance is d. जितना डिस्टेंस होगा उतना डिस्टेंस में इमेज फॉर्म होगा. Okay, the distance from the mirror to the image is same as the distance from image to the mirror. Okay, next one, that is the next one, the image is laterally inverted. Laterally inverted means what? Tell me now. Left will becomes right, right will becomes left. So here in the mirror, so when you lift your left hand, it will appear as right hand. So vice versa. That's why this is called as image is laterally inverted. Here you can see now how it will appear. So tell me, for example, this is the mirror. Now you can see now here how it will appear. Let us say here this is my, let us say, R. How it will appear, you can see in the mirror. If we observe, it will appear as like this. Huh? Okay. All of you do like and share the session to everybody. Do like the session and share to your friends. Completed. Next one. The radius of curvature. And focal length. Focal length of plane mirrors is infinity. Next, get the full image of a boy of height h. The minimum size of the mirror required is h by 2. To see the complete height, what is the minimum size of the mirror required? You tell me. H by 2 is required. Minimum size is h by 2 is required. Okay. Copied all these things. Next one. Number of images on two plane mirrors. Write down. Consider two plane mirrors are inclined by an angle theta. Means I have a two plane mirrors. Let us consider these are the two plane mirrors, and the angle between these two is a theta. Now we need to get the number of images formed. We need to get the number of images formed. Okay, let us see this thing here. So in this case, and will form a one tabular form will form here. So if theta is the angle, I am finding this n value. N is what? Tell me now here. 360 degrees by theta. We'll find this thing. Thereafter, we'll need to see this tabular form. First one. N. Next. Position of object. Number of images. Okay. First. If we got this n value is even. We got n is even number. If the position of object, if it is symmetrical or asymmetrical, doesn't matter. Symmetrical, asymmetrical doesn't matter. So the number of images are given as what are now n minus 1. Okay. Number of images in this case n minus 1 if n is even. And the second case, if n is odd, and if it is symmetrical, if the object is located symmetrical, number of images n minus 1. And if it is odd and but it is asymmetrical, symmetrical means what terminal here will lies at angle bisector. Here is the object is the exactly this angle theta by 2, this angle theta by 2. This is called as symmetrical. So object is exactly at the angular bisector, then we can say symmetrical. If it is not angular bisector, then it is asymmetrical. Next, and if it is a fraction, it is not an exact value, then it may be a symmetrical or asymmetrical, doesn't matter. Or asymmetrical, doesn't matter. Both cases, the number of images which is given as what terminal here, step of n. Step function you know na, least integer, GIF, greatest integer function. Step of f in that case. Okay. Now let us take one example on this. Now you tell me now here. So here theta equal to 60 degrees. Tell me the number of images. Assume that which is located, object is located symmetrically. Symmetrically located. Theta equal to 60 degrees. Tell me the number of images. First, what we should do here, we need to find the value of n. So how much is value of n? You tell me now, 360 by 60. How much will come here? This is 6 now here. So this is even. Even, and it is located symmetrically located now. So that means how many image charges you can see? The number of images. How many you can see now here? N minus 1, that is 5. Okay, all of you. Now second case, now here tell me now if theta equal to 72, tell me now how many images will come. If theta is 72, how many image charges you tell me in this case? First we will find the value of n. Okay, symmetrically we will consider. Now here which is equal to what terminal 360 by 72 now. So how much will come here? Get this as 5. And so do you tell me now this is 5 we got, and which is what tell me now? Odd and symmetrical. Tell me how many? Odd we got and it is symmetrical. So the number of images, how many? N only na? You can see in this case, if it is odd, so symmetrical, nothing given. Okay, odd symmetrical, which is n minus 1. So this is what I will know in this case. Okay. Completed. Now third case, now you tell me now here theta, and if I say theta which is equal to, let us say 80 degrees, and look at the symmetrical, you tell me now how much it is. Then we'll find the n value. N is how much, you tell me now? 360 by 80. So how much is value? So which is equal to what, tell me now? 4.5 na. So the number of images are how many? So that is step of 4.5. How much this value? That is 4. Least value, minimum value to be considered now. Step function. Okay. Completed. Next one. Spherical methods. Spherical methods. Spherical methods means convex and concave methods we are going to see. Spherical methods, how it will be taken? First of all, you tell me now spherical methods, this thing. This is my sphere. From this sphere, we have taken very small part is taken. Very small part. Now this part is a mirror. This part is mirror. That part. That part, I'm redrawing it as like this part. Right, for this one, center is here. Now this is the center, and the midpoint of this mirror, which is called as a pole. And here somewhere we have a center, and this midpoint of this part, this curve, which is called as a pole P. The midpoint is called as a pole P. And we need to see here, one side we have to shade, other side we should not shade it. So for example, here, this side we have shaded like this. This is shading is called as silvered. Now this side, which is called as a, this side, which is called as a reflecting surface. This is called as what element of here? Reflecting surface. A reflecting side, you can see. And this is called it as a silvered. And this is called as a silvered surface. And if the reflecting surface is toward the center, here this side reflecting surface is toward the center, then we can call that as a concave mirror. Okay. Yeah, this one. Here is the center C, and this midpoint is called as a pole. Now I am shading this side is silver. Now you can tell me now here, this is called as a reflecting surface. Sorry, this is silvered surface. Sorry, this is a reflecting surface. This is called as reflecting surface. This is called as silvered surface. Now you tell me now here reflecting surface is which side, you tell me now, and toward the center or away from center? The reflecting side is away from the center. If the reflecting side is away from center, then that is called as a convex mirror. Okay. If the reflecting side is toward the center, the reflecting side is toward the center, then it is called as a concave. If the reflecting side is away from the silver center, then that is called as a convex. Okay. And from here to here, this is called as a radius. This distance is radius. Now here we'll use the word of radius of curvature. Radius of curvature. Okay. Now the relation between radius of curvature and focal length. Focal length is F is equal to 2. F is equal to R by 2, where F is the focal length and R is a radius of curvature. F is equal to R by 2. F equal to R by 2. Visible now? Now? Convex mirror. Focal length. Length is positive. Concave mirror. Focal length is negative. Okay. Okay. So next one, and so here to find the image distance, we use the formula that is called as a mirrors formula. Have you heard this formula? Mirrors formula. That is given as 1 by f equal to 1 by u plus 1 by v, where f is called as focal length and u is called as object distance, and v is called as image distance. Okay. Okay. Next. V is the image distance, U is the object distance. Next. Magnification. Magnification. Magnification is M, which is given as the ratio of image distance by object distance. Object distance is called as magnification, which is given as what will be minus of V by U. Minus of V by U. Here, if magnitude of M, which is greater than 1, then we can call that image, which is a magnified image. Image is magnified. Magnified means image size increase. Next, if the modulus of M is less than 1, then what we can say now, image is diminished. Image is diminished. Next, if M is positive, then we can call this as virtual erect image. Virtual erect image. if image M is negative, then we can call this as what will be now? Real inverted image. Okay, right. So for this you do practice all these the things what we have discussed, and tomorrow we'll discuss some problems on this. And tomorrow we'll see problems on these mirrors, and we'll see the lenses also. We'll see tomorrow. Okay then. Okay then. See you. Bye bye. Good night.